EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Coming up, two teams ready to square up. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from Bank of America Stadium. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023. First carry now for Rico Dowdle.
This is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it. We'll find out early on what the plan is. I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. They work forward to the 40-yard line. Entering Cooper. They're on the 10.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. From the gun, it's Young. Quick throw here is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
You can see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up 1st and goal.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Now Young. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Out of the shotgun, Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Bo Melton on the return. There is a marker down. He is past the 25-yard line. But let's see what the flag is about. In motion, Reed. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the bootleg, it's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Packers.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Wilson. And he finds a little bit of space. They'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
huddle. It's 2nd and 5. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Love. He's got it at the 3. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. 1st and goal.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
To the goal line and in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Panthers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Young. Now he takes off. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's a Carolina 1st down.
2 yards. That's good for a Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And Young will have the 1st down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
4 yards. That's another Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Young. The Packers have it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused to keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
They'll motion a tight end right. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
A second down throw for Love. Made there by Watson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football from the 33. Here's second down and 2 as we are ready to get back underway. Jacobs, first down and more. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 21. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he is out of bounds at a couple yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Anytime it's third and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up fourth down.
Packer field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers go out to a 10-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get free.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start first and 10. but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Look at play action with Young. Forced out wide, taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
Now Dowdle. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing is Young. He flies McMillan downfield. It's caught. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. On play action, Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Rashawn Gary. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Young. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jalen Coker. Touchdown, Carolina.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. His kick is good. Panthers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. From the gun, it's Love. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
6. That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Love. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Complete to Josh Jacobs. Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 4. They'll go play action with Love. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Here's a third down and 4. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun, on third down, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Nearly a good one. It hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Drive will start on the ground.
Rico Dowdle, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
From the 23, here's second and 7. Here's Young. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 1.
Third and a yard. They try to run for it with Hubbard. And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
This is taken at his own 30. Looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Now Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's second and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Love. to the left side in the hands of Watson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Back to throw is Love. That is caught by the tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Panthers 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Xavier McKinney up there to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Third down and 3. From the gun, it's Young. He finds the big tight end, Tremble. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
It's a pickup of 46
A big
yards.
play for the Panthers. Pickup of 46 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
It's first down, and they'll run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the Packers' 20.
2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Young. He'll look underneath here and find Dowdle. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Young. His tight end Tremble over the middle. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Young. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Carolina McMillan. Touchdown, Panthers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Panthers will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Melton now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Love to throw. He'll get this one out to Jacobs.
Complete to Josh Jacobs. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor.
They face 2nd down and 7. Love. Complete to Jacobs. He's taken down just shy of midfield. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
48-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Love. He'll go underneath to Jacobs. Packers going to use their final timeout now. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but get the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their pass.
That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good, and the Packers will go up by 7.
Panthers 17.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Young. He's going to air this one out. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Melton now to return. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of the kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Tremble comes in motion. They'll stick with him again. And he will get into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Carolina.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers go up by 3. It's 27-24. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Melton now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Jacobs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this to the 35, and that'll move the chains. It's a 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
35-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Third down and 9. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's Love to throw. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Packers.
At the 42-yard
We spend so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34.
at the 7-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he will take it in himself. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers have taken a 4-point advantage.
31, Panthers 27.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And this will be a Panthers first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, it is Hubbard. The flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. Here's Young. The throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Kingsley Enagbare in there to drop that time. It's a loss of 7.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's the pistol snap to Young. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. He's going to be out of bounds, short of the marker, but maybe more importantly, there is a flag down. Let's get the call. On now is the punt team for the Panthers, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Packers first down. A gain of 15.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
16-yard line.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he will have a Packers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and goal.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And now it's 3rd and goal.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. On the ground, it's Dowdle. He'll get about 2. Wayne Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Young. He takes off. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and 5. Now Young. He's got a man! That's McMillan! He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And the Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. might have even lost a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. McMillan, the man in motion. On second down, Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Young. Over the middle, he locates McMillan. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The motion man here is Mitchell. He'll try to run. And he's going to have a Panthers first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
A second down throw for Young. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up plays in this 3rd quarter. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. From the gun, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing is Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On comes the Packers punting team. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get back to work. Now a give up the middle. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
On 1st down is Young. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now give on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, Young. He finds the big tight end, Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Panthers.
Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Young. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. That is incomplete. But a flag is down back
Personal
in the
foul.
backfield.
Roughing the passer.
Did they
Defense.
hit the quarterback late? Here's 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
The tackle by Clay Walker. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. On the bootleg, it's Young. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's Young. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
So a big kick coming here for Ryan Fitzgerald. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
To kick off for Carolina.
Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Love. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Packers.
Gain of 15.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit, really well timed, really nice job by both guys. And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Open man, left side, he's got it. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
21 yards.
That's just playing quarterback at a really high level, Mike. I mean, once he realizes his initial pre-snap read has changed, he just calmly goes through his progressions against this zone look. He ends up delivering a strike, and they keep the drive alive.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
31. Here's second down and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Throwing on second down, Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 12.
Third and long. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and want back. I mean, there was enough space there to get the first down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your first foot down, drag the second. That's how they teach it, and just can't quite get it done.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Drive will start on the ground, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 9. Back to throw, Young. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Here's Young to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a yard. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Here's a 2nd and 9. Running is Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Jacobs. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Love. That's complete to Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Packers.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Second and 11. Moving the tight end right. They'll drop to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd.
And after that 1st down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
Love will take a knee. That ought to do it. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Charlotte, good night, everyone.
Bye.